Hey guys, Shane from Jaggs Journeys here for another weekly live catch up. How's everyone tonight? I hope everyone is awesome. Hope you all had a good week as normal. And also, I hope you all had an awesome weekend that's just gone by. Ryder, how are you, mate? Good to see you in the weekend, and you're always first on. Love it. How you going? Is it filed up? Aiden, how are you? Thanks all for jumping on once again on your busy Monday night. I know everyone has other things going on. Let me position my camera better. There we go. Cool. So once again, I hope everyone's had an awesome week and weekend just gone. Thank you so much for joining me here on my weekly live catch up. Monday nights, 8 p.m. Queensland time. And apologies for those in another time zone, but I appreciate you guys who do jump on, whether you're an hour ahead or overseas. And we've got a few people from overseas and also from other states as well. So thanks all for jumping on. And I hope everyone had an awesome day today as well. And since we last spoke, there's been a few things happening, I suppose, around the parks and all that kind of thing. So we might jump into what's been happening. We'll just maybe wait for a few more people to jump on tonight. And just a reminder, these live streams are moderated. All right, so I've got a moderator on who is monitoring the chat. So he's going to keep chat to theme park related. Happy to answer questions and stuff relating to theme parks, attractions, events around the Gold Coast, or things that you've been to and you want to let us know was worth visiting or what have you. I love hearing about that as well. Hey, Matt, thanks for jumping on, mate. Thank you very much. Kobe, thank you, mate. Appreciate you always supporting the channel and jumping on. Carly, Roller Coaster Harry. What flavor drink tonight, Harry? What flavor drink is it? Could be different tonight. What do you reckon? Is he going to put a comment? Nah. It's mango, but it is G Active, and it's mango tonight. Very good. Do love the old G Actives. Berry is so good. You're right. Berry is one of my favorite flavors. And definitely mango. It's pretty good. No sugar, electrolyte water with vitamins. Beautiful. Keeps you hydrated. Anyway, cool. So hopefully you guys have seen the videos I dropped over the weekend. How many did I drop this weekend? 3? No, 2. 2. I can't remember now. Yeah, 2. I'm so busy. So I went out to Movie World on the weekend. Had a look around there, and the good thing is there's more track for the Flight of the Wicked Witch suspended coaster in the Wizard of Oz land, which is really exciting. So hopefully you guys have seen the photos we posted on Instagram last week, and also on my video that I dropped on Saturday night. I dropped that video actually this week. So and the lift hill is now in construction. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, I just dropped some more photos tonight on Instagram after I got home from work. We were sent some photos today, excuse me, from one of my subscribers who was at Movie World, and you can actually see more of the track that's gone up on the lift hill there. So really exciting. This obviously most of the poles now, well, I think all of the poles are actually down in that area now to go up. And from when I was last there was only a few pieces of purple track left up in the off location area. So essentially that means that's going up fast. So we'll see. That coaster will be, pretty much the tracks and everything goes together really quickly within a couple of weeks usually. So, and then I guess they'll start on the Kansas Twister coaster. So all the orange and yellow tracks for the Boomerang coaster still up there. And I guess they'll be working on a lot of that down in the park once the other one's done. no doubt. Probably from a space perspective, they can only sort of do one at a time. But yeah, really exciting to see those photos today. So if you haven't already seen them, jump onto my Instagram. You'll see those updated photos of more construction, more track that's gone up today. And then, yeah, don't forget, if you haven't checked out my video, I dropped that last Saturday, but you'll find that on my channel, Movie World Update. Yeah, and with the Flash, there was probably a little bit of change that we can see. So a lot of the work going on is behind the walls that we cannot see. So there was a little bit of change, but definitely still a couple more weeks worth of work at least. I was kind of anticipating that it might be open for the start of Easter, given that's when Superman reopens, Batwing reopens. But no, I don't think it will, because the ride vehicle is not even on there yet. There's still a lot of theming to go. There's still a lot of concreting to go at the front. Although saying that stuff does sometimes just happen really quickly. So it could, in fact, it could be open. I mean, I don't know. Once the ride vehicle goes on, it might be only a week's worth of testing. I'm not sure how many cycles they have to do for their testing and compliance, but either way, it's definitely close. So definitely the Flash Speed Force is close. I'm still picking probably these school holidays, maybe not necessarily Easter weekend, maybe not necessarily then, but maybe for the holidays. So fingers crossed for the Flash Speed Force. So no definite date yet, unless they've announced. I don't think they have today. I haven't only just jumped onto the social media tonight. So no, I don't think so. So yeah, anyway, there's still progress happening there. Lots of progress happening on Wizard of Oz area. Once Superman reopens, we can get a bit closer and give you some better angles than what we can give you at the moment. So it's all really exciting, which is cool. So it's still on track to open at the end of 2024 for the Wizard of Oz. We know that for sure, and definitely haven't got an exact date for the Flash Speed Force just yet. Now, also on the video, I did point out that Doomsday Destroyers reopening date has changed. It was originally aligned with Batwing and Superman for the 30th of March opening. That's now just says it's down on maintenance from the 5th of Feb, which is when it went down. We're not sure why there's no explanation around that. Obviously, from Movie World's perspective, they want to get it right. I mean, they would obviously want to have it open and operating at its fullest capacity. But if it's not going to be right, they're not going to open it. And I'm sure they're putting an immense pressure on the ride manufacturer. I can guarantee that ride manufacturer would be under a lot of stress to get this sorted for them. So yeah, we can only but wait on that one there. We'll keep you updated if anything else comes to light on that. Currently at Movie World, also the driving school and the Kids WB area is also down on annual maintenance until the 21st, so reopens on the 22nd of March, again just before Easter, which is great. And of course, obviously we know about Scooby-Doo down till next year on its multi-million-dollar upgrades. Very excited for that, by the way. We had a sneak peek also at the Dirty Harry Outdoor Bar and Kitchen renovations. So if you've been following that on my updates, they'd actually cut a massive section out of the wall, essentially, where the serving window is. We thought they were going to change it, but it's basically been put back again. The wall's been put back. So obviously they needed to access that area to do the floors or maybe move equipment in there or something like that, perhaps. So either way, it's getting you a full renovation inside. And yeah, I think they're trying to get it open also for the Easter school holidays as well. Again, these things sometimes, if it rains or what have you, or there could be holdups. But it probably does look like it could potentially be open at that time. So we'll hope for the best for that. I think, whenever there's a school holidays, Movie World or anything park is going to want to have everything open, right? So essentially that's what hopefully we'll see. Just a reminder too, there is some maintenance coming up after Easter. So if you're watching this video or this live feed and you're coming to Gold Coast, if you're not living in the Gold Coast, you're coming on holiday to the Gold Coast after the school holidays, again, a reminder, always jump onto their app or website and check for the planned maintenance. Okay, it's really important so that you know what to expect before you get to the park. Also, at the entry of the park is an A-frame. It has all the rides that are on maintenance on that board as well. Plus, if anything has gone down for the day, which unfortunately sometimes has to happen, that'll be on the board as well. But please be prepared if you're coming to Movie World to ride the DC Rivals Hypercoaster and you're visiting right at the end of April or May, it's going to be closed. All right, so its annual maintenance is from the 25th of April until the 21st of June. So it doesn't reopen until the 22nd of June. All right, in time for the June-July school holidays, which is the next busiest time of the year, school holidays. All right, so again, check that out. Also, Wild Falls is going to be on maintenance around the same time, 29th of April to the 25th of June. All right, so there is a few other rides sort of going down around there and later on in the year as well. So always check the app. It'll keep you up to date. So pretty much, Movie World, that was the main updates there. More track for the Flight of the Wicked Witch suspended Vekoma coaster. More has gone up today. More photos on my Instagram. Check out my video. Keep up to date there. So we'll keep providing you more of those updates. Flash is moving ahead fast. We just haven't got an opening date yet. Hopefully Easter school holidays. All right, now, since I've been yapping away, there's been a stack of people saying hi, and there's questions there as well. So, first of all, thanks to everyone for joining me tonight and for saying hi and good evening and hello to you all. Hope everyone had an awesome week and weekend. And just a reminder again, this live stream is moderated every time. All right. So, did I like the wrestling show? Absolutely. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But yes, we'll come back to that, Kobe, 100%. Flash is coming along well. It definitely is coming along well. Bodie, let's hope the theming on both Wizard of Oz and Rivertown is just the start of what's to come in the future for the Gold Coast. I reckon you'll be bang on right there, Bodie. I reckon you're right. So I think Dreamworld has set the level, right? Set the bar, raise the bar, set the level. Bang on. I think it's where we need to take the parks here. If we want to get more international tourists down this part of the world and enjoying and visiting our parks, we need to raise the bar. So definitely Rivertown is going to be up there. Movie World's always got pretty good theming anyway, but from their recent announcement last week, they did announce, I think I read it out on the actual live stream last week, there's going to be more enhanced theming around the park and experiences. So we're hoping that would mean another behind-the-scenes tour, something like that, and also a new dining experience. So, again, I pointed out where I thought that potentially could be on my video. So if you check out my Movie World video, I uploaded Saturday night. Stars Restaurant, what used to be called the Stars Restaurant, at the front of the park on Main Street, on the right-hand side as you walk up Main Street, just before you get around the bend. You'll see that building on the terrace. Used to be a restaurant, cafe. Used to have people impersonating Elvis, Buddy Holly, Marilyn Monroe, all that kind of thing. And you'd have breakfast in there early before park open with the stars, and also be open for lunch as well. Hopefully that's the place they're going to repurpose into a new dining experience. It makes sense to me that would be the location for that, unless they're looking at putting something on the external perimeter of the park, which wouldn't be a silly idea either. That's a possibility. Maybe they're looking at building a little precinct just on the outside of the park. You never know. Then maybe you could access it internal, external, after hours, possibly. It could be something like that. I'm sure they'll be thinking about the bigger plan for something like that to capture people after park hours as well. So that's just my thoughts anyway. But yeah, I think we'll start to see a lot more theming right through the whole entire Gold Coast theme parks over the next probably 5 to 10 years for sure. Stephen, howdy. Thank you for joining from the US of A so early in the morning over there. I really do appreciate you jumping on. And yep, starting your week. Well, I hope you have a happy week and a successful and awesome week ahead. But thank you for jumping on. It's always appreciated. Carl, how does that make sense? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Carl. Sorry. The Flash ride track kind of looks like Lego. Yeah. Yeah, it does a bit, eh? It could, yeah. Maybe the Lego masters are there building it. You never know. Can't wait for the Flash ride. Definitely want to go on it. Absolutely. I don't like roller coasters, but I went on the Scooby-Doo one. Yeah, Scooby-Doo is pretty fun, pretty awesome. Yeah, this one here is they call it a shuttle coaster. So I guess obviously it's like a half pipe shuttle coaster. So yeah, it's interesting. It spins as well. I don't do great with spinny rides. I probably will go on it, but again, I really don't do great with spinny rides. So I have to think about it. I have been on it before when it was Surf Rider, but a long time ago, probably when it was first built, and there was water that sprayed you as well over the water park. Obviously, there's probably going to be no water on this one, but yeah, I remember feeling a little bit iffy then, but because I'm a bit older now, and I feel a lot more dizzier with spinny rides than I used to. So we'll see how I go with that one. Jace, how are you, mate? Oh, you're off to New Zealand? Oh, on Sunday. Oh, awesome, mate. You're off to Rainbow's End for the first time. Any good ideas of things to do while I am there? You mean just at Rainbow's End or New Zealand? I'm not sure, but at Rainbow's End, definitely you got to do the Stratosphere, which is kind of like what's basically like the Sledgehammer from Luna Park or Essex 360 up at Aussie World. Kind of like the claw, but there's bigger and it goes right around several times. And there's 2 modes on that one too, kind of like soft mode or easy mode and extreme mode. I went on the extreme, and they even ran it longer just for me, lucky me. And we got on-ride POV footage of that, by the way. But that's pretty cool. The drop tower there is fun because it's not huge, but it's still pretty good. It's fun. I'd definitely recommend doing that. Definitely, no matter what, you have to do the log flume ride at Rainbow's End. 100%. It was closed last time I was there. I was really disappointed actually because it had been on maintenance and it was extended. But it is one of the best log rides around. Like honestly, you will love the log ride. If anything, you got to get that log ride done 100%. The corkscrew roller coaster is fun as well. It's an arrow coaster similar to the Gold Coaster at Dreamworld. So still a fun coaster. The corkscrew is pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Similar, well, basically the same track layout that was the same as the one that they had at SeaWorld many years ago. So, yeah, still a fun coaster, and you got to do that. Now, there are other attractions at Rainbow's End as well. There's a cool little mine roller coaster. I would still recommend doing that. I did that one. The theming in there is actually really, really good. I was very impressed with that. So, do check that out as well. And there's bumper boats there. There's dodging cars. There's go-karts as well, which were fun as well. And they're pretty fast too. So they also have like a laser tag game there that you can do, like a zombie laser, which is actually really cool. Again, lots of cool things to do at Rainbow's End. We enjoyed the day. Obviously, don't compare it to a movie world, SeaWorld, whatever. It's a park that's different and it's cool. It is what it is. And yeah, I enjoy it and definitely recommend it. If you're talking about other things to do in New Zealand, depending on what you like, if you're into scare mazes, like I love scare mazes, there's a place called Spookers in not too far from Rainbow's End. You'll have to get in a car to get there up the motorway, sort of head south on the motorway. Spookers, so it's on at night time. It is a permanent scare haunt. Now it is actually located inside an old asylum or mental hospital, and it's one, back in like the early days, say like the 50s and 60s, maybe the 40s and 50s, and around that time, this place was renowned for a little bit of it was a mental hospital, and some of the treatment in there was not great. It got shut down in later years, but it's been closed for years, and run down, but it is actually haunted. And that's the thing. They only run this thing at nighttime, and it's pretty damn scary. Like actually, I've been a couple of times, and it's real scary. And it's out in the middle of nowhere. Like you drive off the country road and you drive down. There's not much lighting, and when you're driving down the long gravel road, or I think it's gravel, or the long road with the trees, they even have like monsters coming out at you when you're driving into the car park. So it's pretty scary from the start. Pretty cool. They also have a cornfields one you can do there as well. They give you a torch. Torch may or may not last the full entire journey through the corn maze, but that's pretty scary as well. Worth doing, 100% worth doing. If you're into The Hobbit, if you love the movie, further south, it's probably a couple of hours south of Auckland, in a town called Matamata. They have the actual screen-used Hobbit village there that you can visit, Hobbitville. Worth doing as well if you want to do that. Other than that, there's a Sky Tower in Auckland. There's the harbour. There's plenty of other things to do. Don't know how long you're going for. Hopefully that's of some help. There's plenty to do if you Google. If you've got any other questions, certainly just drop me a message on Instagram, Jace, and happy to help. There you go, bit of info there. What is happening for the school holidays for April? Hopefully the Flash Speed Force for Movie World, but we can't guarantee that. We don't know that for sure. But Dreamworld has their Dreamworld Food Festival, which we'll touch on in a minute. But yeah, that's on from the what is that one on from the 6th of April until the 21st of April. All right, so if you head to Dreamworld, you're about to get to the food festival there. A few other things happening at Dreamworld. We'll touch on Dreamworld in a moment as well. Just get back to some more of your comments, everyone. If anything, Dreamworld is safer than Movie World now because of the incident, increased maintenance. Look, I wouldn't say it's safer than Movie World. It would be at the same level because I know for a fact the theme parks, well, Village Roadshow theme parks, their safety. So there's an Australian safety standard that they have to adhere to. They always would go over and above that and get external third-party engineers, auditors in, and do external safety audits. So people not associated with the parks specifically. And then they would also advise if there was anything more that they could do to make it even better, even safer, they would do that. So it would actually be more safer than the required limit. Now, since the new CEO has gone over Dreamworld, there's actually been a bit of a shift of movement of management from Village Roadshow to Dreamworld in those key positions such as engineering, operations, electrical, all that sort of thing. So, if anything, yes, Dreamworld is exactly the highest of levels. You can definitely guarantee that now. So, you should feel safe heading in there. I do. I ride the rides. Family rides the rides. We have faith in everything. The rides now have state-of-the-art e-stop systems, sensors. If you stop on a ride, it's a good thing. Like the ride's detected something and it stopped the ride. It's doing what it's supposed to do. All right. Staff are trained. If they need to evacuate it, they're trained to do so. Doesn't need to be a news story. I'm sick of seeing it on the news every time the roller coaster stops. Everyone with their phones out. Everyone wants to make another story about it. It's just an e-stop. But anyway, the key thing is that people are safe, and yes, they are, and the staff are trained to get them all off. That's what they're trained to do, and it's normal procedure. Since everyone's had a phone, it ends up on the news, which is unfortunate. It's the world we live in these days. But yes, guarantee you, hand on heart, I ride the rides. Families ride the rides. They're good. They're good. They're very safe. All right. Hey, Straws. Thanks for joining once again, mate. Appreciate it. What else have we got here? All right. Matt's just saying a quick catch up because he's off to watch Survivor. Fair call, mate. I understand. There's Survivor on, there's Maps on, and there's Jaggs Journeys. So I can understand if you're not, if you're jumping between both or you want to watch the other one, that's fine. I'm here every Monday night, 8 p.m., and I appreciate anyone who takes time out of their busy week and evenings to share some time as well. So thank you all very much. I really do appreciate it. Even if it is for 5 minutes, I appreciate it. Chris, how are you, mate? I enjoyed your Titanic photos, mate. Awesome. Chris went to the Titanic exhibition at the Melbourne Museum, and I tell you what, there's actual artifacts there that he's seen and shared some photos with me. And I tell you what, they're awesome. Like the actual artifacts from the Titanic, amazing to see that. It's just like it's wow factor. So even they had like money and jewelry and things that were found there on the site. Yeah, unbelievable. So thanks for sharing that, Chris, as well. And Chris is saying he also. Oh, by the way, I think he's also off to the Wicked stage show he'd mentioned to me. But he's saying here, do we think with Wizard of Oz Precinct that they will see something special? That we will see something special for Wicked movie? Yes. So the movie comes out end of November, and that will open December. Now, I'm pretty sure if you have a look at the theming or the artwork, that it's on my Instagram and channel, but and on Movie Worlds as well. A lot of the artwork that they've shared for the Flight of the Wicked Witch, actually looks like parts of that movie, Wicked. So you're right, you're bang on. I reckon there's a bit of a alignment there with the movie and the ride, so which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Plus, it'll obviously have the old school classic Wizard of Oz in there, and you have friends in the Wicked stage show. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Wow, it's good to know those people too. Oh, geez. I was scrolling through, and then the scroll just went. So, bear with me. Sorry. I'll just find where. Oh, here we go. Just a random question. What would your favorite park be out of the three? I could get asked this all the time, and pretty much for here in the Gold Coast, I actually don't have a favorite park. And that's true. Like, because to me, they each offer something unique and different that's specific to that park. And to me, it's about the way you feel when you walk in, the atmosphere, the sounds, and I like them all for different reasons. If I feel like I want to have a relaxed day, I'll go to SeaWorld. It's calming, it's breezy, it's the water, the animals. Plus, you can still ride some roller coasters as well, and some water rides. But it's interactive as well. Seeing that the marine life there and some shows is pretty cool. Dreamworld has a different feel from Movie World. Movie World's very, like movies, or loud and in your face, and that's what it's supposed to be. And that's exciting and creates that atmosphere, and the superheroes are there and the characters are out. Dreamworld, it's that Australiana, I suppose, is the way that they're moving now. And I like the feeling of it. It's just, again, it's different again, and it offers different rides and attractions. And the demographics, keeping in mind, they're actually a little bit different. So if you think about SeaWorld and Dreamworld's demographic, it's probably more family / younger family. Dreamworld's probably more sort of that. It's families, but in a lot more sort of theme thrill rides as well. So demographics is similar, but a bit different again. So for me, it is actually no one favorite park. So I'm not offensive to it, but that's what I feel. So that's what I think about that. What's yours? What's your favorite park? Let us know as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the attraction gets the Arkham Asylum treatment. Ryder, sorry, mate, which attraction are you talking about, mate? Not sure there. Straws. Unfortunately, it looks like Dreamworld have downgraded the food festival this year with less selection of food vendors. Yes, so I figured it out. I saw that ad last week when they announced the food festival, and I was like, geez. It's sort of, I guess with the night food markets, they've always got them there. So what's different about that? Now, I'll tell you what's different this year, okay? Last year and all the other years that they've had that food festival, it was always called the Dreamworld Street Food Festival. Okay, this year it's called, get that straight, it's called the Dreamworld Food Festival. Okay, so there's no street in there. So that's why there's no street vendors, essentially. So they're keeping that separate for the Dreamworld night markets. So this is a food festival. So it's more about celebrating the foods that they have at Dreamworld. All right. So, yes, they are promoting essentially a lot of what they already have in park. But if you hit online and check out the menus, you will see there's a couple of different things that they'll do, or extensions of some of the foods and that sort of thing there. So it is a little different from it is different from the past few years. You bang on with that, but that's exactly why. So it's no longer a street food festival; it's just a food festival. So that'll be the reasoning behind that one. Cool. I think it's still going to be worth just checking out, because if there is something different, or they might even offer one of those taster passes. I haven't actually delved into that yet to see if they've got one, like one of those sampler type passes or not. But anyway, yeah, I think it's probably not quite as sort of special maybe as the other years. But I guess they've had to turn that corner and make it a slightly different offer now that the Dreamworld night food markets are there all the time. And I think originally the street food festival was essentially to test out the night food market scenario, and it all worked out, obviously. So cool. Hey Ben, how are you? Hey Carly, Aussie World doing Ride the Nights on saw that on the Friday, the March 22nd. So if you want to go ride some awesome rides at Aussie World at night, definitely get online and grab some tickets for that one. So yeah, Friday, the March 22nd, check that out. Are you going, Carly? I'm not sure if you're up that way or you're down here, but yeah, it's just for me, it's a trek up the highway. I finish work late on a Friday, and then getting up to Sunshine Coast, 2 hour, probably 3 hour drive on a Friday night. So time you get there, the night's half over, unless I took a day off. But my work doesn't really like me taking time off too much, not too much. Hey Sambo, how are you? Gold Coast Party Bus, John, how are you, mate? Makes sense. The old Stars restaurant building is the place for the kitchen. Yeah, you're right. It's got the kitchen in there. At Movie World, that's definitely where we're thinking of having that. They'd have that new dining experience at Movie World. Definitely would have to be, unless you're building something completely different outside the park. It's going to sort of attach to the park. Maybe you never know. How was Movie World going? Yeah, it was good. I was there on the weekend. I mean, Movie World is good no matter what, right? It's what you make of it too when you're there. Yes, there's rides down at the moment. It's the quietest time of the year. That's when they got to put most of those rides down. They'll be open again for Easter. Not sure about Doomsday. They've changed the no reopening date on that one, so not too sure. And then after Easter, some of the other bigger rides will go down on maintenance. DC Rivals Hypercoaster, Wild West Falls. They'll go down until the start of the June school holidays. So again, it's like a roller coaster, right? So it's busy. Christmas and through summer's busy, and then it dips off. February, March is really quiet, and then busy for April school holidays. Then it's quiet again until the June, July school holidays, and it's quiet again until the September school holidays, and then quiet again until the summer again. So that's in the low season. That's when they do their maintenance. Always check online, and they always have all the maintenance schedules on there. Cool. Followed up saying I don't do very good with spinning either, so I don't know how I'll do on the Flash Speed Force. I'm going to wait. I'm going to watch a few people do it and come off it, and I'm going to ask them, do you feel sick? So I know everyone's different, though. Some people don't feel sick on those rides, but we'll see how we go. I definitely won't be the first on it, for sure. Definitely don't want to be the first. You don't want to see me walking off and vomiting in the corner. Would you see WB Kids World get another Looney Tune ride? Yeah, well, it's a good point, Kobe. They've knocked that little shack down, and there's some space there where they had those Looney Tune gardens. there was talk of what was it? There was talk of a possible arcade or a food place or something in there. It'd be cool to put another little flat ride in there, wouldn't it? So I think it needs it in there. I think definitely WB Kids could definitely use something additional and some kind of maybe even 2 smaller rides in there would even go well for the smaller kids. Maybe that might be quite good. Any more updates for Aussie World? Not as yet. I haven't seen much more come through on that unless anyone else has something more as far as the new attraction. But yeah, I think it's definitely some kind of a zip line type of ride. Actually, I think someone did send me something. I may not have it accessible at this very second because I probably saved it somewhere safe, and I probably won't be able to find it real fast now whilst I'm on the live. So, but if someone's on here who could maybe look it up, I don't think they have released anything yet on the new attraction there just yet. Normally they sort of reach out to me as well, but yeah, I haven't seen anything yet on the email either. So we'll try and find out some information on that, and see if we can update everyone on what's happening there. Cool. Let's just keep going with some of your comments. Zach saying they'll be doing the last and final part of the concreting this week on Thursday. Zach, is that for Flash Speed Force, mate? I think that's what you're referring to, which would be the entryway there. I think that's what he's referring to. So, well, that's exciting. So if that's happening this week, I reckon the ride vehicle will be on by next week, and then they'll be doing probably 24/7 testing. We could just see that open for Easter. What do you reckon? Let's cross our fingers. It would be great to have a new attraction open at Movie World ready for the Christmas. Sorry, for the Easter. I'm thinking about Christmas already. Cool. Do you think Movie World has the estate to expand the park bigger? Yes, they do own a lot more land than what you see. So outside of the fence lines, they actually own a lot more land. Even across the road, on the side road, there's more land that they own. So they could potentially make that park significantly bigger with the right development. So, one step at a time. Keeping in mind, the Gold Coast Themeparks or Gold Coast, or actually, let's make it even bigger. International tourism hasn't come back yet to how it was quite, particularly the internationals that used to always come to the theme parks here. Now, saying that, it is definitely starting to come back, because when I went to Movie World last few Saturdays, it was dead. But last Saturday just gone, I walked in, it was packed. Now, what it was tour groups. It was actually, it looked like maybe Chinese tour groups and Indian tour groups. So that's a really strong indication that international tourism are coming back. And I know that their business development managers who deal with the international tourism are doing a very awesome job at bringing those markets back down to Australia and back to the theme parks. And they normally offer them other things like, lunch packages and restaurant, at the restaurants in there, multi-park deals, that kind of thing. So, they entice them to come through. So, yeah, I think once we start seeing all of that real solid international tourism coming back, that's when they spend the dollars. That's when they'll start making the money again. Because keeping in mind, they've only really had the local domestic market to support them, and things cost a lot of money to run a theme park, operationally speaking. And locals typically don't spend a lot of money. The people from the other states do, like Victoria, in the southern states, any of the other states, New Zealand market, they definitely spend more money than us locals. But they need that solid international dollar. And then we'll probably start to see some big expansions, possibly probably 5 to 10 year mark, I would imagine. Somewhere around that point. Watch the space. So we'll keep saying watch the space. When the ride stays, where the ride stays standing but not operating for maybe a good 2 years or more, and then they demolish it. What's when? Sorry, I'm just having difficulty reading that one, mate. It's. I think you're trying to say that's when they'll announce what's coming. Essentially, once they maybe start to demolish. Yeah, well, anything like that, they'll always put it on their social media. And when we hear from them what they're definitely doing with any attractions or new attractions, we'll obviously always let you guys know. But we'll wait till the actual announcement and share that announcement, because not everyone gets to see that announcement. Sometimes I've missed those announcements as well because I'm working or whatever. So sometimes they announce them during the day, whenever at midnight. A lot of people are asleep. So we try and keep up with that where possible. I'm very lucky. I got a lot of you wonderful people who love to share things with me as well, and I appreciate it because I don't always get to see it. And as soon as I see it, then I can share it for everyone to share it, so everyone can see it, and then everyone can know what's happening and keep up to date. So yeah, keep doing that. Snacks is saying, do you remember meeting me at 2020 Fright Night 2022 out the front? Was it 2023? Was it last year or the year before? I do remember. I do remember meeting some people out the front, and I thought it was last year, but if it was the year before, possibly. But yeah, I always enjoy saying good day to anyone who wants to say hi. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you chase after me. Yep, I do remember that. Thank you for jumping on the live. Appreciate it. Okay, Zach's talking about Jungle Rush. So he's saying they'll be doing must be the third and final pour on the Jungle Rush, and it looks like they'll be, and it looks like we'll be there shortly, and it's going to be a massive pour on the concrete. Yeah, I could imagine. It's a big area, a really big area. So, okay, yeah, I mean, it looks like, 1 week apart, there's so much progress. It's crazy. But I guess if they want it to be open by the end of the year, they just got to push through it. Straws is saying, I feel fine on spinning rides, but now the Claw and the Serpent Slayer make me feel like I'm on the verge of vomiting. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. Yeah, I think it's just something when you're a lot younger, like little kids, they can go on spinning things for hours on end. As you get older, I think you just, for some reason, you can't hack it as much. I don't know. Well, some people can, but I certainly can't. Gold Coast Party Bus, Gatorade freebies. Make it a sponsor. It'd be cool to be sponsored by Gatorade, but no, unfortunately not. I got to buy these, my favorite. So, okay, cool. So Zach's saying also once they've finished pouring the concrete, they're going to start the installation on Marisupi Motors, the vintage cars. That's awesome. Awesome news. Thanks, Zach. Cool. We'll definitely keep our eye open on that area. We're there weekly anyway, so we'll keep our eye on it. Appreciate that. Can you make a video about the Brisbane Slingshot? It's at the Sunshine Coast. The Brisbane Slingshot at the Sunshine Coast. I didn't know they had one up there, so it'd be good to know where that is. And yeah, we'll check it out. I've got a video coming up in soon. It's a little bit different for you guys as well, which hopefully you'll like. Just still working on that at the moment, so probably in a couple of weeks' time. What have we got here? Oh yeah, concrete pours for Dreamworld. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Now I know there's a heap more comments, but I just want to jump back into. I will get back to your comments. Just want to jump into Dreamworld, seeing as we're sort of speaking about Dreamworld anyway. Well, so there's a fair bit going on at Dreamworld, obviously, with Rivertown. So hopefully you guys have been keeping up with my videos. So I do currently provide you with a weekly update on the Rivertown construction. Also, weekly updates on Wizard of Oz and the Flash Speed Force. There might be a time where I may have to miss a week. I might get hopefully not, I might get sick or whatever the case may be. I might have something else on, might be traveling, whatever it might be. So, but generally speaking, we'll have that, or at least some updated photos through my wonderful subscribers who visit the parks regularly as well. Obviously, there's also updates on other content creators' channels as well, which we'll essentially visiting the parks pretty regularly as well. So, but yeah, you'll always generally get a weekly update from me and a little bit in between as well. All right. So first of all, we'll just touch on a couple of rides. So as we know, or as I mentioned, Sky Voyager is currently on its annual maintenance, and that reopens on the 29th of March. Now, I know it's in a building, and you know what? I've spoken to a few people that have actually never been in there, and they don't even know what it is or what's in there. So if you've been to Dreamworld, if you've got passes, but if you haven't gone into Sky Voyager, 200%, you must ride it. It is awesome. It is amazing, and I can't rave about that attraction enough. So it's just on maintenance currently until the 29th of March. So from Easter, so from the 30th of March onwards, that'll be back open again, and definitely ride it. It's nice and air conditioned in there too, by the way. So and it's worth the wait. If there's a big queue, just wait in the queue, do the attraction. It's worth it, 100%. The vintage cars still currently are reopening on the 27th of April after the storm damage from the back end of last year. We'll keep an eye on the date just in case that bumps out a bit further again. At least then we'll be able to ride the original vintage cars again before they close permanently when the new version of the vintage cars opens at Mississippi Motors in December. So that's going to be exciting. And, make sure you take some photos, little videos of the cars because, and that sound of those putt-putt engines, you won't hear that on the new version because the new ones, I believe, are electric. So they may still have a sound effect, but I believe they're electric. Shockwave is down on its maintenance as well. Reopens on the 19th of March. All right, so not long, but 19th of March, Shockwave reopens. So yeah, for April school holidays, so Dreamworld does have that Dreamworld Food Festival. So we spoke about it just earlier, but if you've just jumped on here, it's not the Street Food Festival this year. I thought it was, but it's not. It's the Food Festival. So it's all about the foods of Dreamworld. It's not about street foods this time. So it's a different event, very similar event, but different. Jump online. They've got the menu on there on what's available, and the food looks amazing as always. It always is at Dreamworld. Food's amazing. Well, all the parks now, actually. But so check out the menus. They probably have a few extensions of food choices, possibly, to have a look at. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. And during your visit during April, you'll be able to check some of those food items out. Also, on the 13th of April, there's TP World Tours are doing a big dance parade at Dreamworld. So yeah, I'm not sure. I just seen that online tonight. So something different again to check out while you're there. I think it's only on the 13th though. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone, but I think that's what I saw online. Now, Dreamworld night markets. So hopefully you guys saw my video that I dropped last night on YouTube, my Dreamworld Rivertown construction update, and also I attended the IPW event, which is the Impact Pro Wrestling event that they had at Dreamworld at the night market. So now when I say at the night markets, whilst the night markets were on, so is a separate ticketed event at the exhibition center. So Dreamworld essentially, I guess, rented out that site for them to hold that event there. And again, it was a separate ticketed event for that. But and obviously the night markets were on at the same time. So a lot of the time, the Dreamworld night markets, they have, well, every week, Friday, Saturday nights, if you're not sure, it's open from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. $2 entry if you're not a pass holder, free if you are a pass holder. And there's street food vans in there, and you can get some awesome street foods. There's live entertainment always going on there. Plus, they usually also have a movie going on in the theater. Quite often, they'll also have some other kind of themed night or something going on, all included. And sometimes, like last Saturday, they also have a separate ticketed event on at the same time. So it was the IPW wrestling. So I went and checked that out on Saturday night. And I tell you what, I really enjoyed it. It's the first time I've ever seen live wrestling, and I loved it. And definitely, it's not fake. I can tell you that. It was real. Like, they were getting slammed. A couple of them got cuts on their heads. I think someone had blood coming out of their head. Like, it was full on. But they're professionals, and it was awesome. And just the way they put that show together, I tell you. The IPW, they really put on an amazing show. Like, it was professional. You know, the wrestlers come out, they're announced, and they had a video screen of them on there. The smoke and lights and music and hype. It was just cool. It was awesome. And then they had a main event, and that ended in mayhem, and all the refs were getting body slammed, and it was crazy. So it was awesome, and I got to say, well worth it. And it was only $25. $30 for ringside. I think kids might have been $12, something like that. Anyway, they're coming back to Dreamworld. I think I didn't write the date down, but I think it's the 20. It's either the 20th or the 21st of April. I'm sorry if I haven't got that date exactly right. But the best thing to do is go on to Dreamworld Night Market's Facebook page. That's where you'll see all the night events that they are hosting. And when you do see the updated ad on there for the wrestling in April, they'll have a link. You can click on that link and you can buy your tickets online through that link. All right. So definitely worth checking out. If you're thinking, oh, yeah, we should have gone. Like, it went for about 3 hours, and there was an intermission, or maybe about 2.5 hours, but there was an intermission as well in the middle. Yeah, and it was just awesome. I actually really, really enjoyed it. And on my video, I don't like to make the videos too long, but I guess my normal video at the park was around 15 minutes. And then it was about a 15-minute video of the wrestling, just snippets of different different events they had on there, or different wrestling matches that they had on throughout the night. Also delivered a couple of live streams as well, and maybe a reel I think I popped on Instagram as well while I was there on the night. So some of you guys could see what was happening. But all in all, loved it, enjoyed it. I'd go back again. And again, they are coming back in April. I think it's the 20th or the 21st. It'll be a Saturday night, I'm guessing. So check that out. Also, at the Dreamworld Night Markets, another separate ticketed event is happening this weekend. I think it's on the 16th. Yeah, March the 16th. Kings of Comedy. So it's a stand-up comedy. Adults only, though, okay? So you won't be able to bring the family to this one, just due to the content, apparently. But yeah, Kings of Comedy, they've been touring Australia. So it's not just like a local thing. It's something that's touring Australia. Check it out online. And again, go to their Dreamworld Night Market Facebook page, and you'll find the ad for that, and you'll be able to buy your tickets through there. All right? Separate ticketed event, okay? So it's not included in the night markets, it's on at the night markets, separate ticketed event. So that's pretty cool. Also on the same night, there's actually a Lego Masters Lego workshop happening as well. That's also advertised on that Dreamworld Night Market Facebook page. I think you're going to get tickets for that as well. All right, so I think it's a separate ticketed thing as well. Probably either in the theater or maybe in the Lego part, but I think it's probably in the theater there. And the other comedy shows, no doubt, in the exhibition center down in the back of the park, so near the Gold Coast roller coaster. Yeah, so how good is that? Having all these awesome extra night events, and if you're looking for something to do, it's worth it. And you know what? Even one of my subscribers, he's usually on here actually, Michael, but he brought his family down on Saturday night. not to the wrestling, just to the night markets. Again, it's the atmosphere. The Dreamworld Flyers going, the Dodgems are going. You can get a ride on each for $15 if you're not an annual pass holder, or just if you want to go on one ride, just $10, either the Dodgems or either the Dreamworld Flyer. If you just want to ride one, that's if you're not a pass holder. If you're a pass holder, of course, there's no charge. So they have those 2 rides operational during the night markets. They have the Treehouse open down in Kenny and Belinda's Dreamland, which is cool. And again, things on in the theater, live music. They have this really cool live music on. Every night, every Friday, Saturday, there's different live music. Just creates awesome atmosphere. So check it out. It's just it's like he said to me, it's better than sitting on the couch. 100%. And you don't have to spend too much, right? If you're a pass holder, it's free to get in. If you're not, it's $2 to get in. You don't have to buy, tonnage of food, but I mean, they're all local businesses, small business. So all the food vendors, so support them definitely. I have my favorites, obviously, dumplings, langos, the kebab and pies, favorites, bobo desserts. Like there's plenty of favorites there that are always there, and plenty more. Native flavors do awesome food as well, with the New Zealand hangi and fry bread and the raw fish and all that sort of thing as well. So plenty more to choose from than that. Pork on your forks usually there as well, and many others. So it's just worth it. Just relax, nice music, check it out. Anyway, I go down there pretty often. Cool. So that was pretty cool. So lots happening at Dreamworld. Let's roll back through to some of your comments, and again, I've seen heaps scrolling up the screen since I was chatting away there. So thanks everyone for taking the effort to put a comment in. And by the way, if I miss your comment, it's not on purpose. Just if you really want to ask me something and I missed it, just check it on Instagram, on the Instagram Messenger, and I'll reply to your comment when I get to it. I usually I work during the day, so at night I'll reply to comments and always get back to you guys. I appreciate the support and interaction as well. So thank you so much. Clayton's on here from the Theme Park Social Network. How are you, mate? You guys should check him out as well. He's got some awesome content. What else have we got here? I'm going to the theme parks in April. So excited. Zach plays. Mate, I hope you have an awesome time. Hope you have an excellent time. I'm sure you will. Have heaps of fun there. Do I know when Wizard of Oz is opening? No definite exact date, but it'll be December this year for sure. Zach's saying there's some photos taken by Harrison Construction on one of the. Okay, yep. I think I did see something just before I jumped onto the live feed. Can't remember. It was on Instagram or somewhere like that. I think it was Facebook actually. Okay, Ryder. Yep, sorry, Ryder. You're talking about Doomsday Destroyer. Gotcha. Sorry, mate. I get confused because I read your comments and then I go down and someone's making a comment back to something else. I'll try and figure it out, but sorry for the confusion. Okay, so Zach's saying the ride at Aussie World. That's right. I think did you send that to me, Zach? Someone sent me a photo. I think it might have been you, Zach, during the week. I came home. Well, I finished work very late, so I didn't have much time to get something to eat and jump onto the live feed. So I didn't have a lot of time to check a few things out tonight. But yes, like the Endeavour ride that spins around and goes up. Is that right? And thing to like planes or something like that. So we thought originally it was going to be a zip line, but it appears not. It appears it's possibly a flat ride in there. So cool. So hopefully that's not far off opening, or I haven't seen any updates recently, so we'll have to check it out. Josh, how are you, Josh? You seen my post on Facebook about Movie World? Yep. Thank you, mate. ThunderClan, I think I got that right. Do you think Wizard of Oz will be better than TNT? same layout, but the ring and the is it timing? Sorry, mate. And feeling might be different. Maybe. Yep. You wrote it recently. That's right. I remember. Yes, I remember. You telling me about that? Yes. Well, it is definitely the same layout, but you're right. I mean, it could have a different feeling to it because also the theming around it will be different as well. So, but I think generally it has the same, no matter where that ride is around the world. If you have a look at that exact ride, that's the same Vekoma suspended coaster. It's essentially the same. It has the part where it goes down through like underground a little bit, and then up again, and then through the building, and then another part sort of sinks down before the last turn back into the station. I think that's just the actual design of that. So I'm thinking it's going to be the same. However, like TNT, after you've gone up the lift hill and down the first bend and around, then there's that target, and you think you're going to hit that target, but then it turns off to the right. But it'd be interesting to see what happens at that turn, or whether there's, I don't know, a monster there or something or whatever, and then you think you turn around to the right and miss it. But it'll be interesting either way. So we can't wait. I'm sure they'll do a good job of the theming. Hey, Chris, Dreamworld also have an accessibility card for kids on the spectrum for proxy line queue. Also, they give them a card, and you go to ride express, and they give you the time to get on, and you can come back at said time. Yeah, that's awesome that they're doing that, isn't it? Because I know some of the other parks do that. So it's great that they all are doing that now. That's really good. So, yeah, definitely always when you get to the park, if you've got some special requests, or you've got kids or yourself that have special needs or anxiety or whatever it might be, and regarding queuing up and that sort of thing, definitely go to guest services, because they certainly have a lot that they can offer and look after you. And with regards to what Chris is saying there about the proxy line queue, and then Ride Express and coming back, that's awesome. So, yeah, definitely check that out. That's a really good point. Thanks for raising that, Chris. I'm sure there's people on here either for themselves or someone they may know as well. So it's very good to know they're doing that at Dreamworld. Thank you for that. And then you can just go on straight on and ride it. Yeah, how good is that? Josh is off to Dreamworld in August with his friend Alara. Enjoy that. Tricky saying, I'm going to SeaWorld this Saturday. Should be great. Absolutely. It's always a great day at SeaWorld on a Saturday. I hope you have an awesome time there. Hopefully get some rides at Leviathan in. Am I going to Dreamworld in August for Rivertown? Generally, I'll be doing weekly updates most weeks from the parks. So it'll be on the Saturday. Rivertown Precinct opens later in December. You're absolutely right. Can't wait for that for sure. Sky Voyager is one of our favorite rides from Chris. Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? If you haven't done it, definitely ride Sky Voyager when it reopens again. Wizard of Oz is December. Rivertown is from August to November at the moment. That's what I've heard. Really, we've heard December for Rivertown, but I'm not sure. So you've heard August to November for Rivertown? Wow. If that's the case, then that's very exciting news. They've got a lot of work to do to get it ready for August, but anything's possible. I mean, they definitely work fast on those projects for sure. And again, they haven't announced an opening date, so anything's possible, right? We'll definitely keep our eyes and ears open. We went to Aussie World last week, and you can see the new ride from the giant slide. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, hopefully it opens really soon. Kobe's saying the wrestling looked awesome, amazing. It was like WWE. Yeah, it was actually. And that's the thing. I didn't really know what I was expecting. And years ago, a long time ago, I used to watch the WWF show my age, back in the 90s, I suppose. 80s, 90s, yeah, 90s. Loved it then, and it was like that. It was cool. It was awesome. Again, Impact Pro Wrestling Australia do an amazing job putting that all together. Very professional, entertaining. Loved it. Really loved it. Definitely get along to the next one in April at Dreamworld Night Market. Are we getting bushfires? Not at the moment. We're not, mate. Where are you? Are you in Victoria? I think you guys are getting them down that way. We do get them up here, and I've been in quite a few years ago now. There was a bushfire up here in the Gold Coast that literally stopped meters from our fence line. Very, very scary. So, yeah, I can feel for you. Just stay safe. If you have to evacuate, your life's more important than stuff. You know what I mean? If all this went down, and as long as I'm safe, number one, doesn't matter about the rest. So yes, please stay safe. Okay, we went to Aussie World. I saw that one. Cool. All right. Michael, Big Croucher, yeah, he's on it. So it was a good night out on Saturday. Do you think they should maybe cycle some of the rides for night markets, like maybe some of the ones in the ABC land? You never know, but there's a fine balance here between the people that don't have an annual pass getting to ride all the rides, versus having a couple open as added bonus. It could potentially devalue the annual pass. That's my thoughts. So I don't know. We might see maybe another, like you say, another one of those little rides open. You never know. But I think they're going to be careful not to make it too many open, because then people go, oh, we might as well just go for the $2 entry and ride a couple of rides. So it's a fine line there. I know where you're coming from, but I think they've got to look at it from holistically. So they need annual passes, obviously, to bring revenue into the park and people into the parks. And they want to see value in that pass as well. Cool. What do we got? Zach's saying his autism gets scared on some of the rides, and we'll go. Yeah. Go to guest services. Just go to guest services. They'll look after you. Yeah, look, a lot of people keep saying they're still nervous about Dreamworld because of the accident. Look, was very, very horrific, unfortunate thing that happened. You never wish that upon anyone, any park. But there is no longer that area there. So been redeveloped. There's a whole new management team at Dreamworld now. Entirely different people running, and like the safety side of things for the rides and attractions. They're all ex-Village Roadshow operations managers, engineers, electrical. It's safer than it's ever been, ever before. All right, so you can have 100% faith in that they're doing everything in their power to make sure that those rides are the safest they could possibly ever be. All right, so I ride them all the time. There's so many more people coming back to Dreamworld now, and people have confidence in the park. You should too. I know how you know not everyone feels like that, and that's fine. Maybe just take your time with it. Maybe just come into the park and have a look around first. Maybe have a walk around and experience the foods, the shows, and just edge into it. You know what I mean? So, you'll know when you're ready to ride some of those other rides. So, do it in your own time, for sure. It's not skipping the queue. Oh yeah, Chris is talking about the proxy again. It's not skipping the queue. It's just coming back and in a friendly way. Yeah, you're right, for the people that need it. Yeah, 100%, mate. It's definitely a good thing. and I think it's great that they're doing it. Can you show us the clapperboard behind you? Oh yeah, where is it? Up there? Yep, I can. It's very old. It's very, very old. I'll grab it down in a second, mate. Can't wait for the flash. And you're going to dress up as Arrow. That sounds cool. Exciting. Hey, Straws. Thank you, Straws. You're very, very kind, and I sincerely appreciate your kindness and generosity for the super chat. So he's saying, thanks again for these live streams. They're super enjoyable. I know they won't, but if they open the giant drop for night markets, it would be great. Yeah, tell you what, I mean, I have ridden it at night time, and because it's open. Well, we rode it for the reopening night event that we're invited to, but they obviously at Happy Halloween it's open, so you can ride it at night on those events. Yeah, look, it would be great to have it open for the night markets, but keeping in mind they actually shut that part of the park off because that's quite a distance down there. So it would be great. The view is amazing at night, especially looking out across the highway there, all the houses. It's just amazing. The view is incredible. I actually love riding it more nighttime than daytime. So, look, I'm sure maybe in the future Dreamworld might look at doing more of the nighttime, ride the rides at night like Aussie World does. They have their regular ride the nights at night, and they're very popular nights. People love heading out at night and riding the rides. It's a whole different experience. So I think Dreamworld's done a few of them over the years anyway. So you never know. They might, in fact, start to do more of that kind of thing. Let's hope. Maybe send them a couple of emails and say, hey, what about this? We want to ride it at night all the time. The more people that ask those things, they might start thinking about it. Okay, if there's a demand for it, maybe we might, do something like that. So, but yeah, thank you again for the super chat. Very kind of you, and I appreciate you supporting the channel very much and joining me on the live streams as well. Taking time out of your night. I know you finished late as well, so thank you very much. Always appreciated. Big Crouchy was thinking instead of more opening at once, maybe switch out the bumper cars and rotate through the smaller rides, one per week. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Just rotate them out, like you say. Have the couple open, maybe the Flyer because it's right at the front, and then rotate from Dodgems to maybe the Big Red Boat Coaster 1 week. Yeah, that might be pretty cool. Again, you should email them in to guest services at Dreamworld. Like again, if people are asking for these things, they may take it on board and go, okay, you know what? That's a good idea. We didn't think about that. Might be worth doing something like that. So I'd always suggest if you've got a good idea, not that they're always going to do every idea, but you never know. You just never know. I'd check it out and email them in. Hey, Sue, thanks for joining. I know you're watching Survivor. Oh, it's finished. Thanks for jumping on. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you guys had an awesome day at Whitewater World on Saturday. It was a great day to visit a water park. It was nice and warm, wasn't it? I think. How's my mouth? Yes, it's pretty good now, actually. I had some dental surgery on Friday afternoon, some extractions, and I was in a world of pain. Funnily enough, if you guys have had extractions before, so obviously once you come out, you're numb, you're dribbling blood. It's not a good look, swollen. But come Saturday morning, I could speak pretty fine. Like it was crazy. However, it's just the pain and discomfort. Can't eat anything solid at the moment, so just on shakes, mashed bananas, that kind of thing for soft things for about a week. So but other than that, pain relief every 4 hours, which I do need because I'm pretty sore. But I can actually talk okay. So, but thanks for asking. Pretty good. I was surprised actually Saturday how good I was. Other than the pain, I didn't think I was going to be able to speak. I actually wasn't going to go to Dreamworld and do my vlog or go to the wrestling because I honestly thought the way I was Friday when I went to sleep, there's no chance. But I bounced back, so it was pretty good, pretty cool. But thanks for asking. I'm hoping Leviathan does not close because it goes into maintenance not long after the day I'm going. You should be right. I think normally they won't unless something happens to it, but I think it'll be right. Seems to be running pretty good, I think, at the moment. Straws. You're so generous. Another super chat. Thank you again, mate. I really appreciate it. You had today off work. Oh, okay, well, that's good. You finally managed to watch the whole thing. Awesome. Oh, that's good. That's good. But again, thank you for your generosity, mate, and support. Always appreciated. And I've got so many wonderful people like yourself and everyone else who jumps on as well, who support me with the buy me a coffees, the super chats. Just even subscribing is amazing. And by the way, if you're watching these videos or live streams and you're not subscribed, it's free to subscribe, and it does help me out a lot. It lets me know you care, and it keeps the journey going as well. So please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Trying to get that next level of 10,000. Where we're going to make some announcements as well. So quicker we can get there, the better. But thank you again, Straws. Always appreciated. Make sure next time you see me in the park, track me down, hunt me down, and say good day. Because I don't always see everyone. I've got my blinkers on. I've got my, I got my schedule. I know what I'm filming. I'm racing around, and I don't always see people. So you have to, yell out and just jump in front of me or something to stop me. Make sure you do that. But thank you. I'm going to be at Wet and Wild on Thursdays and maybe Movie World. Well, enjoy that. Zach's saying they should open Play School Wheel because that has the lights on it. Yeah, true. That would look good at night, eh? That would be pretty cool. Sue's saying White Water World was awesome on Saturday, making the most of the time until it closes. 100%. 100%. Then you'll have to just stick to Wet and Wild over winter, which is still, pretty warm. The water, they're supposedly heated. Now, not heated. I'd say more tepid. I think they up the temp of the pools. I'm only saying about 2 degrees, like not much, but just enough to take probably the chill off the water. As long as you're still going with a rashy or something to cover from like the wind in winter where it is a bit cooler. But remember, winter here is beautiful. Beautiful days, cool mornings, cool afternoons, but during the middle of the day, it's usually still pretty nice. Early to mid 20s usually, so spot on still good for swimming, right? But yeah, White Water World will be closing, obviously for the winter period, so it's important to remember that. April to September, or sort of end of April to I think early September, White Water World shuts for the winter, whereas Wet and Wild will be open all the way through. I think on reduced hours, though. I think it only opens. You have to check the website because I don't want to get it wrong, but usually I think it only opens like the end of the week, like maybe Thursday to Sunday, or something like that. Just check the website or their app closer to that time. Cool. Straws is saying he had some. He hates extractions. Have a burning sensation in my mouth. Was numb when it wears off. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I had to get 4 out at once. I got to get some other teeth put in. So, 4 at once was a killer, but all good. Kobe's asking for the clapperboard. Okay, let's have a look at the clapperboard. He wants to have a look at the clapperboard. Give me a second. All right, so this clapperboard I have had since I was a kid. Okay, now I bought this, or probably my parents bought this for me when we went to Universal Studios in Hollywood in 1982. All right, so long time ago. Show my age, but you're only as old as you feel. So when I was a kid, I've always been into horror movies. Like I love, that's why I like scare maces. Love them. Always loved horror movies, and particularly the special effects side of it, like how they do a lot of the special effects makeup. And one of my favorite all-time movies, and still is actually, is Nightmare on Elm Street. So I actually wrote on this clapperboard the production, the director, and the camera, But this is an original 1982 clapperboard from Universal Studios. But I've written on it in whiteout, I think. But anyway, I'll show you. So that was, I got to get this camera sorted. Here we go. There we go. So that is definitely an original from 1982. Other than the writing, well, that's my writing when I was a kid, but obviously it comes blank. It doesn't come with anything on it. I should have left it blank, actually. Be worth more money if I left it like blank. But yeah, that was so we from it actually works. It's it's proper clapperboard. I just put a blue tack in there so it holds it open for display purposes. But yeah. So you can buy these. I'm pretty sure Movie World. Do they have them? Maybe Movie World might have something similar in their shops. Maybe check them out online, or next time you're at the park, maybe have a look in the movie memorabilia store in Main Street or department store. They might have them. Obviously not Universal Studios, it'd be Warner Brothers Movie World, but I think they used to have them. So you might be able to pick one up there. Anyway, I'm glad you liked it, Kobe. So cool. Eliana's saying she had a lot of operations in her life and open heart surgery. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I can understand, how you're feeling about riding the rides. Definitely check out the safety of the requirements, because a lot of the rides will tell you if you shouldn't ride if you've got this. You shouldn't ride if you've got that. That's just so you don't get unwell on the ride, essentially. So always check those out before you ride, but always go to guest services and say, hey, this is my condition, or this is what I've got, what have you. They will advise you correctly on what you can and can't ride. And once you can, I think they put a special wristband on you or something like that. So always check out the guest services, Dreamworld, Movie World, SeaWorld, Wet and Wild, and they will always advise you correctly. Cool. Dane, how are you, buddy? Dane's theme park life. If you didn't see, if you missed the Top Golf video, you should check it out. Dane was there. It was myself, Dane, Riley, and Adrian. Had an awesome night at Top Golf. It was pretty awesome. Can't wait to go back. Dane saying, like Disney World's park icons, Castle for Magic Kingdom. What would our park icons be? Good question, mate. So you're saying like a Disney World or Disneyland's, they have the castles as the icons. What would our park's icons be? Good questions. I think Movie World. It's probably the front gate, or the gold bugs in the fountain, maybe. But I think the front gate. Everyone stops to get that photo in front of that front gate. It's really annoying when I'm trying to film and people are stopping. I'm just joking, but yeah. So I guess I think Movie World. It's that. You might think differently, and let me know, Dane, if you or anyone else too, what your thoughts are on that for Movie World. Sea World. Might be the gold sea line, with the date, the day and the date. Everyone gets that on the park bench there, just after the bridge. Not long after you've walked into the park. It could be that, or it could be Leviathan. Stands out, or even Trident, because Trident can be seen from a way away. But I don't know. I think everyone stops and gets that photo by that gold sea line. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Dreamworld. Has to be the globe. 100%. Wet and Wild. I don't know. It's probably the sign at the very entrance of the undercover before you queue up. Possibly. A lot of people get their photos there. I would say that would be it for Wet and Wild. Have I missed any? White Water World. Don't know. Probably just the entranceway there, or even the big giant thongs that they've got. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not quite the same as a castle at Disney, but anyway, that's what I think. Been put on the spot, but without too much time to think about it. So let me know what you think as well. Be interesting to hear. Blake's Vlogs. Hey Shane, love your vids. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. The first ever vid I watched of yours was the Wet and Wild one a while back. I don't know when, but it was like, hey, this guy seems really interesting. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you staying on since then and watching my videos. Hopefully you're subscribed. Free to subscribe, don't forget. Yeah, we do weekly theme parks or attractions videos. We try to keep up to date with weekly ride updates, ride construction updates, and obviously any news in between. And then the live chat here, we use this just to interact with subscribers and followers. And also we obviously chat about what's been happening around the parks and some updates as well. So just a bit of a thing we have on a Monday night for a couple of hours every Monday, 8 p.m. Queensland time. Usually we cut it off. We always cut it off by 10. That's long enough. Everyone's got work, school, lives. So, yeah. Cool. But thanks, Blake. Appreciate it. Bodie, fingers crossed, Movie World brings back the ultimate Terror Tour this year. I agree, 100%. You miss it very much. Yes, definitely. I miss it too. And you've done it every year since they've started it. Yeah, I have too, actually. I don't think I've missed a year either. Even the years they did those sleep out overnight things, coffin thing. They've done so many different things. But yes, definitely need to do something additional. 100%. Love it, love it, love it. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Caleb, how are you, mate? My friend Caleb. Movie World would be Superman's top hat. Yeah, it is iconic. It's seen. It is seen from there. You reckon it's more iconic than the front gate? Possibly. Straws. Thank you, mate. Again, you're very, very kind and very generous. Another super chat from Straws. Do you think when more overseas people visit Dreamworld in winter, do you think they will open White Water World again? Might be good for capacity. Look, I think if the demand is there, then anything's a possibility. I guess the current CEO at Dreamworld and White Water World obviously used to be I think GM at Movie World and Wet and Wild a few years back. So he would probably have a fair idea on the numbers that Wet and Wild gets over winter. So it would be less probably because it's a slightly smaller park than Wet and Wild. So they would have to balance up operational costs versus visitation and spend. So yeah, it could be possible. It'd be cool if it was. I'd agree. I mean, even if it was reduced days, reduced hours, sure. I think definitely it could well be, like you said, particularly if the international visitation comes back strong again real soon. And I think if the demand is there, they probably will definitely look at that because, like you say, from a capacity perspective, we can squeeze more people into the next park. It makes sense. It makes sense for sure. So anything's possible. We'll keep our eye on that one as well. Definitely keep our eye on that one as well. Now, just skipped past a few comments unintentionally, but I'm back to where I was now. So, by the way, thanks again, Straws. By the way, thank you so much once again for the super chats. Very kind of you and appreciated. Caleb Cam. I was going to go to Movie World to have a look at the Flash, but it rained. Yeah, it rained really hard today, didn't it? So you aborted your trip. Fair enough. Yeah, rained a lot here today, actually, like heavy downpours. Yeah, that's all good. Heading there tomorrow. All good, mate. Thank you. Sue, Wet and Wild will be your park over winter. Absolutely. Big Crouchy, being an ideas man. Mate, absolutely. I was thinking, I know Dreamworld has Winterfest over winter. Yeah, that's right. Yep, that should be coming back in a couple months ahead. Maybe one of the other worlds should be Christmas in July event. Yeah, I reckon Christmas in July has a big following, and I think a lot of people would get into that, 100%. And maybe they could turn that into that event. Send them that email. Send them the email. But yeah, I think that would be cool too. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I think people would really get into it and get dressed up. I reckon they'd love it. And being winter time, you can wear those warmer jackets and the big hats and everything. Because when you're wearing all that stuff on a white Christmas night in December, when you're sweating, because it's like humid, and be cool if it was wintertime, right? So yeah, makes sense. So yeah, I think you're right. Get those ideas rolling into their inbox. Very cool. Taco Coasters, hey, good to hear from you again. How are you? Zach saying, when I see you, I will come and say hi. Yep, make sure you do that. I get nervous and I'm having fun, so I will come and say hi. I'm pretty easygoing, happy to talk to anyone. You'll have to stop me though, because usually I'm on a mission. So just let's go, Jaggs or Shane, whatever. Yell out. I'll stop, say g'day, happy to chat. If you want a sticker, I'll give you a sticker as well. Yeah, happy to chat. Some people are nervous to ask for a photo. I'm more than happy to take photos. All right, not a problem at all. Grab a photo, whatever. That's fine. Happy to do it. All good. Hey Heath, how are you, mate? White Water World is Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. Is that currently? Might be currently as well. Could well be. Always check the website for days of operation before your visit, so you know what parks are open and their trading or operating hours, and obviously what rides are open as well. School holidays, they'll be open every day. Yes, that's correct. So just out of holidays, they have reduced trading. Fantastic. Tricky saying on your Shane, I'm off for the night. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you very much. You too. Thank you so much for jumping on. Always appreciated. Taco Coasters, do you think I should sneak some more cameras on rides? Haven't done it in a while. I personally don't do it and won't do it because the parks are very, very good to me, and I wouldn't want to do anything to jeopardize my annual pass because I need them obviously to enjoy the parks, but to make my content. And their safety instructions and rules are no filming on the rides. If I have filmed on a ride, for example, at Dreamworld on the Dreamworld Flyer and the Big Red Boat roller coaster, that was approved by Dreamworld for the media day only on the launch. And yeah, I know there's been other YouTubers or people that run this kind of content that have featured on-ride POVs. I know for a fact that because their safety restrictions are so strong, even when their own internal people film the rides, they have to get the engineers have to come in. And for example, if they're using a wrist mounted GoPro or Insta360, the engineers have to check it, but they also have to duct tape it to their hand, like duct tape it, because the risk is if that flies out of your hand or you accidentally drop it, it could fly back, hit someone and could kill them, or drop down and could kill someone, or get caught in the wheels and derail. Like it could be catastrophic. This, for everyone's safety, is why they say you can't film on there. So when they do allow it for certain people at certain times, engineers have to get it all checked. When I went to New Zealand to Rambo's End, they invited me there to do some filming on the rides. Engineers were there, checked. I have all the proper gear, the GoPro, the chest harness, everything. They still checked everything was completely locked in, checked twice before I went on the ride. They have to, because it's everyone's safety, not just the risk of dropping your camera. It's the safety of the people on the ride. And just think if your camera or filming device did drop and did go on a wheel or something and cause damage to the roller coaster and then damage to people, that's not good, and you wouldn't want that. So I would always say, always do the right thing. That's what I would always say. Just always do the right thing. That's just me. All right, that's just me. That's how I operate. I like to do things properly, legitimately, and to the law, the letter of the law, or the safety guidelines, the park rules, essentially. And just that respect for the parks and for the management of the parks and the safety of the people, everything like that. So that's just me, though. So yeah, but I know plenty of people sneak recording devices on, but yeah, it's not worth doing it. Anyway, Sue's saying you can buy the clapper boards on Temu. Oh yeah, you can pretty much get everything on Temu, right? So, good to know. Good to know. If you're looking for a clapper board, check out Temu. Well, let me see. Movie World would be Superman's top. Oh, sorry, yeah, Caleb. We talked about. Dane asked a question about what would be the park's iconic thing be, like Disney's as castles. Caleb reckons a Superman top hat. We'll see. Kobe's saying, giving a praise to my moderator. That's great. Thank you for moderator for doing your job. Dane's saying Movie World entrance archway. He agrees. Dreamworld, maybe the entrance building or the giant drop. I reckon the globe. But again, entrance is definitely popular too. Yes, I agree with that. SeaWorld, he reckons the gold statue. Wet and Wild, wave pool. Yeah, wave pool. Iconic, absolutely. Yeah, wave pool. From a photo perspective, though, I don't know if I suppose by the time you get to the wave pool, normally you haven't got your camera on you, but most people get the photos at the front by the name, by the sign. But anyway, you're probably right. The wave pool is probably that iconic piece, isn't it? It's the center of the park. It's the focal point of the park. Have to agree. Have to agree with that for sure. Okay, what have we got there? Legend jingle. Do you remember where you got the Homer Simpson thing in the background? The Homer Simpson thing. What are we looking at? Up there, the hula hoop, the hula. Yes, I do remember where I got that. Let me have a look. This one here. So it used to turn on. It hasn't got batteries. Oh, hang on. Is it? Yeah, it had batteries. It's probably actually it's probably flat because it's just been there for years. It would do the hula, and it would sing us a song. So I got it in New Zealand actually, from a shop called the Warehouse, or if you're from New Zealand, it's the Wadi Fuddy. It's they have just random stuff, and it was in like actually didn't come with a box. I think it was like $5 or something. Just sitting by itself. I think it said it didn't work, no packaging, but I changed the batteries and it worked for a while, and just probably didn't change the batteries. But yeah, pretty cool. He's even got his what do you call them? White front jocks on. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty fun. Anyway, love The Simpsons. All right, Zach's saying on the 20th of April, we'll be doing both Dreamworld and Whitewater World. Coming down for your holiday. Awesome, Zach. I hope you have an awesome time on those days. Akamak is going to Top Golf on the weekend. Awesome. We had an awesome time. I hope you have an awesome time there. It is a great place. It's pretty cool. Chris is off to Wet and Wild Sunday. That's awesome. Have fun, mate. Akamaka, when is the street food market at Dreamworld? So it's this year. It is a Dreamworld food festival. So it's not the street food festival. It's just a food festival. It's from the 6th to the 21st of April. All right. It's a Dreamworld food festival this year. Different from the street food festival. It's the food festival this year. 6th to the 21st of April. Cool. What characters come out for Spooky Nights? So Spooky Nights at SeaWorld, you will always see the likes of SpongeBob and Patrick, and I think Dora. Maybe Boots. Or was I thinking of Carnival? But definitely SpongeBob and Patrick. definitely those two will always be out. Probably Ninja Turtles. Any theories on the mazes this year? To be honest, I haven't thought about it for a while. I do know that they're going to be keeping the what was it? The DC one that they had. I think that's going to be a returning maze every year, I believe, and I'm pretty sure, based on feedback, probably that they will probably change it up a little bit. I reckon we'll see a slightly different version of that this year. So again, exciting to check it out. Really excited to see what they're going to do there. I just hope that they can secure a couple of really strong IPs, like big movie title IPs, and base some mazes around that. Because I'm always one for classics, like when I call a classic, it's not really a classic, but like Halloween, for example. It'd be great if they had a Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that in there as well. I remember when they had the Halloween maze one year, and they had all these Michael Myers in there, and it was freaky, and I enjoyed that. It was awesome. It could have been a bit longer. I like a really long, crazy walkthrough with heaps of scares. So we'll see. We'll see. I just hope whatever they choose. Well, they always do a good job anyway, but I just hope they make them really scary this year. Really scary. And I hope that they listen to us. And if the Wellwest Falls ride's open, which it should be, hopefully they do a bit of fog through there and a bit of sort of eerie, sort of instrumental type music or something, theming. That's all it really needs, just to put a bit of an eerie feel on that ride. That's my thoughts. Zach's off to bed. Good night, mate. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. Is the splash zone at Dreamworld going to be closed for winter like White Water World? I haven't heard that, so I'd probably say it's probably going to be open, unless they put a sign up saying it's not. But I'd say it's probably going to be open. Riley is saying hi. How you doing? Legend Jungle is saying Temu is a scam website. I haven't bought off there, so okay, don't buy off Temu if it's a scam. There's so many scammers out there, I'm telling you. I get about 20 emails a day. You know, I've inherited some money from a Somalian queen or something. I don't know. It's the same message. Every week there's the same scam, or there's a new scam every week with like 20 different people or 30, 40 different people, but the same scam. So they must get sent. Okay, scammers, here's this week's scam. Go out, off you go. Happy trading. See how many you can get next week. Here's this week's scam. It's different from last week. It's just so draining. Just so draining. So many. Problem is, so many people fall for them and click on the links. Just don't click on anything. If you don't know where it's from, just delete it. Just it's not worth it. What about a Barbie movie ride at Movie World? You never know. You never know. I don't know what IP that is. Is that what movie company made that one? I didn't see the movie, so I'm not sure. But who knows? You never know. Mattel owns Barbies, and I think isn't there a Mattel theme park opening in America, Arizona, next year or something like that? I think could be one over there. Am I excited for Bluey's World? Look, I know Bluey is massive, very popular. Yes, I will check it out for you guys. Yes, there'll be videos on the channel of that attraction. I think it's a good thing. What I was disappointed in is it's not a permanent thing. It's permanent for, I think, only 6 months or maybe a year or something like that. And then I think it might go somewhere else. It should be permanent, I think. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens to that. But it is definitely cool that there's something different happening on a semi-permanent basis around a different character. Because I know the time Bluey came to Dreamworld, it was massive. Massive. So, yeah, I'd say so. Where is my dream destination to go? So, Probably Dubai, actually. Well, I'm a big USA fan. I love the US. I love everything US. I love the sport, theme parks. Probably US. I mean, I have been there a few times, and we plan on going back. But as far as a dream location, I'd have to say probably, where is it? Bora Bora. No theme parks there. However, if anyone here has been to Bora Bora, I'd be interested to hear about it. But the water is crystal clear. You just relax, swim. It just looks incredible. Like, that would be a dream, just to have a relax a week off, even just to do nothing and swim. That would be cool. And the crystal clear water. So Bora Bora might be the dream location for relaxing. Other than that, I just love US theme parks. But I want to go other countries around the world. But it all costs money. And at the moment, as we all know, very hard to save money. Cost of living is so high right now that it's just crazy. So anyway, if anyone wants to sponsor me, let me know. But anyway, we actually have been approached by someone to sponsor the channel, and it's not in a massive way though. But so we're looking into that possibly. Certainly isn't going to get us to Bora Bora though, unfortunately. Do you know what happened in April? Oh, okay, sorry, we already touched on that one. Last year's Fright Nights was terrifying. Yeah, it was, but I reckon they could make it even more terrifying. Five Nights at Freddy's Maze. I think you're right. I think that would be cool if they did it right. That could be, because that's creepy. That movie was well done. I like that movie. So yes, I think something like that would be pretty cool. I agree. You just found the Homer Simpson online, did you? How much was it? Are you going to buy it online? Legend Jingle? You going to buy it? Be interesting to know. I think I bought it out of a bargain bin for $5 from the warehouse. Was it? Well, did you get it from the warehouse? Was it on their website? It might have been. That's old as too. That's really old. Really, really old. I'll find your comment when I keep going down the list. Gold Coast Party Bus. Need to do Gremlins Maze. Hey, imagine that, bringing back those kind of, yes, Ghostbusters, Gremlins. That would be cool. Beetlejuice. That would be cool too. I'll be right into that. Classic Hollywood. Frankenstein even. Again, they're Universal. All those are Universal. Well, a lot of them are, but Gremlins is Warner Brothers. Definitely they could do that. Chris is saying he's ordered off Temu, and he's ordered and received products several times, no problem. That's good. That's good to hear. Someone said it was a scam, but I guess until you're buying it, you don't know. What do you look like without my sunglasses? Come on, Kobe, you've seen me without my sunglasses on before. Just a regular guy. Cool. Doomsday Destroyer destroyed itself. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Yeah, we're not sure. It is a shame that it's not reopening on the 30th, but we'll have to keep our eye on that one and see what's going on with that one. Supernova's coming up soon. Absolutely. Warner Brothers. So Barbie is Warner Brothers. Oh well, then yes, maybe they will have a Barbie ride. That would be pretty popular. Definitely would be. Bunnings at Capera had the Bluey Hammer Barn not too long ago. Yeah, I saw that on the news actually, and I believe a lot of people went out to that too. So it's pretty cool. So one was $11 and one was $40 on eBay. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. In the early days, the icon at Wet n Wild would have been the old Matilda. Correct, from the 82 Commonwealth Games. Absolutely right. I remember going there, and that, you're right. That Matilda was just right in the middle there. That kangaroo. Was that, and Wet n Wild wasn't called Wet n Wild then. It was called Cades County. There you go. I'm pretty sure Cades County was the old name for Wet and Wild Gold Coast. There's a bit of history for you there. If you didn't know, now you know. Did you ever go to Magic Mountain at Miami? It closed down 91. Yes, I did. I went there in, I think, 88. Went up to Magic Mountain there. Again, another awesome Gold Coast attraction for its time. Real shame that it closed down. I mean, I guess things change. I think around that time, Movie World opened, right? 91, I think it was. So you can understand everyone probably went there and didn't go there anymore. It probably hurt them and was part of the reason, maybe, for it to shut down. So that's a possibility. Disappointing for sure. Joey saying, "Hi Jaggs, hope you're well." Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it. Hope you're good too, mate. Thanks for jumping on the live feed. Straws is saying, my biggest con for Fright Nights is the oversell the tickets. That's why I always buy Fast Track. 100%. We say it every year. Fast Track is worth it. Although it is super expensive, but to be honest, I'd rather have it than not have it. I can't stand standing in an hour and a half queue. No, but also it's probably not so bad if you're not filming, but when you're filming, I got to film everything, so I need to be getting in and out of those mazes fast. I need to be filming the content that's around the park, the food, the entertainment, the precincts, the shows, so I can put together something for you guys to watch. So yeah, I have to get it really, but yeah, it's those nights are big, packed too. Although always check what time the mazes are closing, and you'll quite often go back through the mazes for an extra couple of times, half an hour before it shuts, and you'll get in pretty quick. So keep that in mind. Do you have the Alice in Wonderland cat next to you? No, it's not. It's not the Alice in Wonderland cat. It is Disney cat. That one. What is this called? I should know the name of this, and there'll be people out there saying right now what the name is. Oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, it's a Disney cat. That one. I actually got that from an op shop, and it is actually a Disney Parks. Is it a Disney Parks? You know, it's amazing what you find in the op shops, right? You know, honestly, this was like brand new, like almost brand new. We just gave it a bit of a wash, clean. Yeah, but it's definitely it's definitely from Disney Parks, and I just someone will know the name. I just can't remember what the name is of this. I should know because you know we're into Disney. I just can't think of it at the moment what his name is. Anyway, it's not from the Alice in Wonderland. Or is he? Or is he? Maybe he is. I don't know. Anyway, check out the op shops. It's amazing what you find in the op shops. Even shoes. Always spot some good shoes in there too sometimes. Straws is saying he got a scam call saying there was a warrant for your arrest in another country. Can't remember which one, but they tried to get me to pay a ransom to get taken off the arrest list, something like that. Yeah, there's so many. There's absolutely so many. Akamak is off for the night. Thank you, mate. Oh, thank you very much for attending. That's always appreciated. See you on the next one. What would you like to see from Movie World White Christmas in 2024? A longer night, a little bit longer. Any of those night events, a little bit longer, so we can ride some rides and experience some more of the shows without so much in a hurry. That's what I'd like to see out of those, particularly Christmas events as well. If you could film at all the parks in Gold Coast during the week, excuse me, as your job, and it paid well, would you do it? Or would it get repetitive? Look, I guess this is a hobby for me. It's my weekend hobby. I love it. I'm a theme park fanatic, enthusiast. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been around theme parks, been lucky enough to go to theme parks. I was lucky enough to work at some of the theme parks for a while. I just love them, right? So it would be great to do something like this full time. Absolutely. I follow a lot of the US YouTubers, but I feel the Gold Coast theme parks just they're not big enough. I mean, you could, but yeah, I mean, there's only so much content, right? I like to put out some decent updates at the end of the week for you guys, and a few maybe updates on Instagram or what have you, if we've been provided some extra stuff during the week. But I think, yeah, you'd be able to find other things to sort of to do as well. Sometimes the content, if it's just repeated, it's to me, it's just like how much blood can you get out of a stone, you know what I mean? And it just becomes the same. So I don't want my channel to become like that. I want to try and keep it different, decent updates. So, hopefully that's what you guys like. I'm not sure. It seems to be what you like. Look, everyone has different things on their channels as well, so everyone's different. But yeah, it would be cool to be able to do this to some degree if it paid enough, but it doesn't pay enough. So it pays enough for tickets, annual passes, that kind of thing. So, and with the buy me a coffees and the super chats, it definitely all helps, adds up to support the channel. And by that means I can buy more tickets. I can do a few more things and try and get some more content when I can. Try and save a bit of money to get somewhere different to provide another bit of content that's different again as well. So, yeah, just try. We want to try and keep the channel interesting and not get boring. We want people to keep engaged to the channel. I'm certainly open to feedback. I mean, if you guys are saying, don't like this anymore or whatever, let me know what you want to see then. I mean, I will obviously try to make sure the channel is always upbeat, exciting, current. So it's current to what's going on and consistent. And that's my thing. You always see consistency from this channel. So yeah, I don't want to overkill anything on it either. But again, I can't get to the parks because I do have another job. But yeah, look, one day you never know. You never know. Could be 5 years' time, 10 years' time, 20 years' time. Who knows? If there's an opportunity at some point where it overtakes, your main income. But I think that there's just not enough content here in Gold Coast to warrant it. Personally, just what I think at the moment. If Disneyland comes here, it might be another story. You never know. All right, what else we got? We're almost at the back of the comments. We're going to be wrapping it up very soon, everyone, because we're approaching that 2-hour mark, which I think is long enough for everyone. Cheshire Cat. Thank you, Kobe. Cheshire Cat. You bang on. That's what it is. Is that from? It might be. Is it from Alice in Wonderland? It is, isn't it? Yeah, Sue, you're right. It is. Oh, there you go. So you were right. Shows how much I know about the Cheshire Cat. I knew that was his name. I just couldn't think of it. Anyway, it's cute, right? What else we got? Dreamworld really need to do a Christmas theme this year. Yeah, I reckon you're right. I think they know that as well. So I think you'll probably look. Maybe not this year because they're launching the Rivertown and Jungle Rush. But you never know. They might do. It would be great if they did. But I reckon what I think it was Michael said earlier about Winterfest, maybe changing Winterfest to the Christmas in July. That would be cool. I think that would be the time that they want to do that, different from the other parks. Anyway, that's what we think. How's the rain been going on Queensland? Today's been downpouring a lot, on and off, a lot, like heavy rain. on and off. So, yeah. But we've also had some very hot weather as well. Yeah, the massive surf at the Gold Coast has been pretty massive, all right, hasn't it? Definitely, it's been pretty rough. So, yeah, the weather's been impacting the surf and the beaches and everything like that. All good. What else we got? We're nearly done, I think, guys. Legend Jingle saying, I love this channel. It never gets negative, repetitive. Awesome. Thank you, mate. I appreciate you telling me that. And that's the thing. We try to make it not repetitive. So, yeah, and hopefully we can grow to 10K soon and then beyond as well. So, we do plan some things coming up. So when we hit 10K, there'll be some announcements made as well. So, if you help us get there, make sure you subscribe. Make sure your friends are subscribed, family subscribed. Free to subscribe, remember. So, and yeah, they can join in on the live streams. I do live streams from theme parks. I do events, attractions, theme parks, and there'll always be weekly videos as well. And there's always regular Instagram, Threads, Facebook content during the week as well. We do Wheels Wednesdays, we do Throwback Thursdays. We do some other stuff in between as well, just to try and keep it a little bit interesting, keep you guys engaged. So yeah, we schedule a lot of that stuff, obviously, because I do work during the week. So, but we try and plan it all out. So it's something for you guys to check out as well and keep you engaged. But I appreciate everyone who, again, attends these live streams, whether it's every week or some weeks or now and then. I appreciate it. It's always appreciate the support. Yeah, Kobe, you're right. We are nearly there. We're about 1,500 off, I think, roughly. So we do what we can to get there. That'd be awesome. By the way, there will be a meet and greet coming up. So we'll announce that maybe after Easter, something like that. So if you're in the Gold Coast, we'll do a meet and greet one time. We'll arrange for that, and we'll have something for you guys who come along. What do I want to see from the 2025 Scooby-Doo upgrade? Just as long as I don't get that backbreaker blast bump at the end, I'll be happy. So anything else will be icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. The tracks for the Wizard of Oz going up quickly. Yeah, definitely. Do you think the theming will come last? Yeah. They'll do all the coaster and then the theming will come around it. Most of it. They'll probably start doing some of the stuff, but yeah, I think you'll see tracks and everything go up first, and then all the rest of it will come together. Can we get a Jaggs Journeys live concert for 10K subs? About you talking about theme parks, maybe a weekly catch up live concert. No, we'll do it live for sure. Yeah, for sure. Not sure what you want from a concert perspective. I can't sing or dance, so we'll think about it. We'll see what we get. Maybe Kobe, you could do us some entertainment, something like that. We'll find something. Sue's off. Good night. We're going to wrap this up anyway for everyone as well. So thank you all. The big Crouchy, he's heading to Sydney this weekend to race your car at Western Sydney Dragway for Jamboree. Hey, I'd like to catch up with you about that. I'm into cars and race cars and all that. So, well, good luck for the weekend. Stay safe. I hope it all goes well. And I'd like to hear about that. If you've got any photos, going to share on Instagram, Messenger when you come back. I'd love to see those as well. That would be awesome. Straws, thanks again. Stay safe and keep up the great work. Thank you, mate. And thank you again for your support as well. It's always appreciated. Kobe loves the live streams, mate. Thank you. I love having you guys on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on every week as well. Gold Coast Party Bus. See you, John, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support as well. Everyone. Heath, thank you very much. Do you watch Cletus McFarland? No, I don't. I don't think so. But if it's worth checking out, let me know and we'll have a look. Bodie's saying, you're smashing. Love your content. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it as well. Cool. I think we've got everyone's. Joey saying, thanks. See you at the next stream. Thank you, mate. thank you all so much for everyone that has attended the live stream tonight and every Monday night. In fact, we are here 8 p.m. Mondays for a couple of hours. We catch up on what's been happening across the Gold Coast theme parks from the week that was. Some things that are coming up as well. So, plus we chat through your guys' questions as well. And we also have a nice drink of Jaggs every night as well. But I'd like to say big thanks to everyone again for all your support for Jaggs Journeys. Don't forget we've got merch available. If you are looking for merch, jaggsjourneys.deco-apparel.com. It's on my Instagram. If you can't remember that, or send me a message and I can send you a link. But there's merch on there if you're looking for merch. So jaggsjourneys.deco-apparel.com if you want to find some merch. And don't forget to check our podcasts out. I do a podcast every 2 weeks with That's So Mid, which is Riley, and AU Theme Park Fan, which is Adrian. So the three of us do the Theme Park Cartel podcast. We'll be recording again this week. So we should have that out probably Thursday this week for the next episode. So, yeah, make sure you check out our podcast on your favorite streaming platform. It's on most of the streaming platforms there. And we've been having awesome support on that too, by the way. So thank you all very, very much. Anyway, thank you all. I know you all are saying goodnight and everything. And thank you all so much for jumping on once again. I hope everyone has an awesome week ahead. Stay safe. I hope you have an awesome weekend coming up. And stay tuned to the channel. Appreciate you watching the videos. Thanks for joining us on the live feed. And we'll definitely see you on next week's live stream as well. Anyway, guys, good night all. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you on the next journey.